Hello and welcome to Carved in Stone. I'm your host, Shawn Chabam, and today I'm going to dive into something that quietly shapes everything you read, click, and scroll through as I give you my Mount Rushmore of fonts. Fonts are everywhere. Signs, logos, memes, movie posters, cereal boxes, magazines, and really anywhere you see written words. Yet, most of us never or rarely think about them. Fonts are like referees or offensive linemen. You only notice them when something goes wrong. But when I notice them, it's because they look good. They make sense. Now, some people pick fonts to make their resume look classy, others use Comic Sans to make sure it doesn't. And when used right, they can be just as powerful as a photo or a song. So grab your kerning tool and let's get typographical. I'm just trying to add some excitement. Not every episode is all that hard hitting. This could probably fall into that category. Anyway, what gets a font onto my Mount Rushmore? Two things. First, uniqueness. You should be able to look at a font and identify it immediately. Second, readability. You should be able to read the font regardless of the size and the color of the writing. Obviously, there's such a thing as too small, but if it's appropriately sized, you should have no issues with legibility. First up on the mountain today, Origins. This one isn't flashy, it's clean, crisp, and quietly confident, like the kind of font you'd see in an indie movie poster or a boutique coffee shop logo. Origins feels balanced, modern but not sterile. It's a font that says, I have taste, but I'm not trying too hard. I like this font so much, in fact, that my tattoo of my kids' names is in this font. I like cursive writing, and this does it with class and elegance. I know some people today can't read cursive, and I feel like that makes me like it even more. It's almost like us geezers have a secret code that we can communicate in that looks like hieroglyphics to the younger generations. Next up on today's mountain, the wild one, the spooky one, the Halloween party invitation champion, Chiller. Chiller looks like it was written by someone with a marker in a horror movie. It's messy, it's loud, it's dramatic, it's spooky, yet despite all of the squiggliness and just overall messiness of this font, it can still be read pretty easily. Also, for someone who likes horror films like myself, this one just screams to you. We're moving along now to reveal number 3. If Chiller is horror movie handwriting, Impact is a punch to the face in the best way. This font owns the internet. It's the backbone of the modern meme. Bold white letters, black outline, and all caps is how you see it in memes, but any color will work. Impact was designed for headlines, so really black was probably the first preferred color. It's bold, attention grabbing, and it's perfect for limited space. The name fits. Impact says, look at me, now! And sometimes that's exactly what a font needs to do. And rounding out today's mountain, Poor Richard. This one feels like opening an old book, but Poor Richard isn't just old-fashioned, it's classy. Poor Richard feels like a taste of nostalgia. I don't have anything else to say about it, really. I just think it looks great. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk honorable mentions. First, the reliable workhorse, Arial. It'll never win a style contest, but it'll get the job done 100% of the time. A common complaint with Arial is that sometimes certain letters look too similar to others. For example, a capital I can look like a lowercase l, but I feel that when you're reading, it's pretty obvious which is which. It's not too difficult to decipher in context. Sometimes that's an issue with impact too, but not as often, so that's why I went with impact over aerial for this mountain. By the way, I know that if you're a total nerd, you probably haven't made it this far, and if you did, you're losing your mind because these are supposed to be called typefaces. Well, my message to you is this. Everyone calls them fonts. It's even how they're defined in computer programs. They refer to them as fonts. So I'm saying fonts. Whatever, nerds. Then, continuing with honorable mentions, we have three others that would probably be on the mountain if they were standard fonts. Crack House, which to me just looks shattered and cool. I guess it could remind you, depending on your life experiences, of a place worthy of the font's name. That's between you and whoever. Back to the Future, the font that tells you you're about to hit 88 miles per hour. The colors fade into each other. The font of the title from my all-time favorite film and trilogy. Like I said, if you saw this font in regular collections, it would be up on that mountain pretty easily. I decided the mountainous fonts should be the ones you can find without Googling a font download page. And finally, on the honorable mentions, Goonies. Same reason for not making the final cut as Back to the Future. It's not standard. The lowercase i's are dotted with skulls, one of the things that makes this font feel really special. Let's fight to make this a standard font and never say die, okay? Like I said, I really like these last three, and if you saw these more in everyday life, this mountain might look drastically different. So, there you have it. To review my Mount Rushmore of fonts, Mount Fontmore. Origins, Chiller, Impact, and Poor Richard. That's it for today. Do you have a favorite font that I didn't mention? Nerd. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. You're a total nerd, but you're cool with me. I like fonts too. Hey, cool. Anyway, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I will see you next time. Go Birds!